jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports.
A big shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. A-Side official. No negotiation needed, period. I didn't put the hot grease up here because I just wanted to leave Crawford's thumbnail out of this. This is strictly me. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm at with it. So I wanted to put the amber lamps, the alert. I wanted to bring the alert system up here because you know how it is. Big shout out to Toby Bartlett. Mr. International is in the building. Salute WCS and the hottest chat in the YTC. We're global, baby. We're global. Yes, indeed. You already know it. You already know it. Arnold Brown is in the building. WCS salute. TB salute. Yes, sir. Big shout out to those who pull up to the spot and always support. People, you know what I like about having a small circle? You know, you have individuals that respect you privately. Listen to what I'm saying. You have individuals that respect you privately and they're able to have conversations with you. And they do tend to inform you of certain things. And then I don't really put the stuff out there, but you know, there's what is called a direct messaging. And certain people will reach out to you on the fake accounts. And they will say things. And you have to ask yourself, what are they talking about? No. Why are they speaking the way they are? I'm going to address the ATL. I was born and raised down here. It needs to be said. It needs to be said clearly and articulated to a point where it's eloquent, but yet the hot grease is cooking. You know what I'm saying? Frying it up real nice, because some of these cats don't understand. Like, you worrying about the wrong thing. You're not even supporting WCS like a lot of these cats, man. But you want to sit up here and think all my work, all my treadway, all my traction just evolves around whoever you want that traction to be. If it's this person you want to zoom in on and speak some drama, that's where you at. If it's this person, okay, this where you at. But nobody down here in ATL has funded any of my trips, any of my travel reservation, any of that. No one. I pretty much went out on these excursions, these boxing excursions, these boxing cars on my own, right? And I've had some high moments, and I've had some not so high moments. But I'm about to give you some moments dealing with the recent events that took place and why certain people are talking crazy. And see, down here in the ATL, that's not your focus, man. You know, ATL got a buzz going on, you know, when it comes to boxing that just became, I'm talking about life. You know what I'm saying? We was on life support. And now we just begin to have a resurgence where there's some spotlight. And you got some other fighters that's been putting on down here for quite some time, but they didn't choose to talk about. All because of whatever the case may be. But you know who's going to talk about it? It's going to be me. Because I've been out here. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's been a little slow this year, it's called handling priorities. It's called taking care of family members. It's called handling your business as a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? But see, what I'm talking about is places I've experienced. People I've met. So it doesn't matter about you're trying to assess my channel and how big it is. If I believe who I am is large for me, that's all that matters. If I respect the fact and all the work that I put in, that's where it is. See, one thing about it from the start, I never was out here competing with nobody. I have no problem giving a compliment what compliment is due. I'm an older, retired man. You know what I'm saying? A retired man first. U.S. Marine, father. I'm a son of somebody, right? You know what I'm saying? College degree. I mean, I have some accolades, but in this society today, man, these people be tripping. You know what I'm saying? They be tripping because you think, they just think you an easy target for them to criticize. But really, it's nothing that they got from it except a temporary moment for them to think, okay, yeah, I can stun on somebody but they don't want to look at the receipts. They don't want to hear my analytics on why they're paying attention to the wrong thing. Okay. You see it, pound for pound, number one, Usyk takes top billing, 147 pounds PSA to ATL, pay attention, and Berinchyk resilient. Denise Berinchyk fought a damn good fight against Emmanuel Navarrete. Very, very good fight. He couldn't be denied. Very solid contest. I mean, it took a little bit for 2024 to get jumping, but it did its damn thing. Boxing in general is different this year. It's been quite different. The season has been different because, boxing is annual. That's an annual sport. But the season's been different kicking off 2024. It took a little bit of time to get warmed up and everything, work out the kinks, loosen up the muscles a little bit until we start seeing some nice, entertaining cards. You know what I'm saying? That's the great part about what happened in 2024. We've had some good bouts. You know what I'm saying? We've had some solid bouts this year, some thrillers. You know what I'm saying? We've had some fights that you want to go back in there and look at again. We've had some. We just had some that happened this weekend. Alexander Usyk became heavyweight undisputed. Him and Tyson Fury have a rematch, right? He earned a knockdown later on in the fight. But from what I understand, the IBF title is up for a mandatory challenge. Now, I'm pretty sure somehow, some way, I don't know how they're going to do it. They can get some step aside money, but I'm pretty sure they want to see a rematch for undisputed. Okay? But anyway, we had Brian Norman Jr. defeat I got him confused with I got his opponent confused with, what's his name? Hold on for a second. Brian Norman Jr. from the A went in there and fought Giovanni Santillan in a thriller. You know what I'm saying? Brawler against brawler. He got a 10th round stoppage in a viral, a fight where the clips went viral. You know what I'm saying? All over the place. And it's good. It's good attention, positive attention. You had the Raymond Ford fight where he won a title in the last 7 seconds of the fight. That was epic. You know what I'm saying? That fight was epic for Raymond Ford. You know what I'm saying? And you had some fights out here that you'll say to yourself, man, they are nice. I can't really sit up here and bring up the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight. It's just not within me to do it. Maybe I'll bring up the Usyk Cruz, but really I can't give it too much, celebration, because Usyk Cruz going into that fight, he's supposed to be the better fighter than Rolly Romero. We know how Rolly Romero got the interim, and we know how he got the championship. So Usyk went in there, closed out business, and stopped him. But I don't consider that to be one of the memorable, fights. I don't consider it to be a memorable fight. I don't consider the Devin Haney Ryan Garcia a memorable fight. I'm looking at the fights where both fighters made the weight. You know what I'm saying? They both considered to be equal to the skill set with one another. And that's what I'm looking at. I thought Berinchyk, Emmanuel Navarrete was on point. And it was a very great fight. But if you have to ask me, the fight that took it this weekend, as far as the suspense, some would balance it for Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury, because there was two champions going in there. And then others will say Giovanni Santillan and Brian Norman Jr. You gotta give the edge to Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury due to the nature of them both being champions heading in there and their resumes. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a thriller, so to speak, like back and forth punch exchanges. You know what I'm saying? One fighter taking the season of momentum, then the next, the ebbs and flows. It wasn't an infighting type of war like we saw with Santillan and Norman. But the intrigue was for heavyweight undisputed. The grandiose of them all, y'all. It's been 20 something years before we seen that. That was the grandiose. Heavyweight undisputed. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. Tyson already been unified champion before. He's coming here fighting unified champion. Usyk's been freaking undisputed cruiserweight. Then came up here in his third heavyweight fight, beat Anthony Joshua unified, and defended his titles. And defended the titles. You know what I'm saying? And finally got his shot after facing Daniel Dubois and dropped Fury and end up getting a victory. So you have to ask yourself, man, those are some fights that you have to look at and say, man, those entertaining. Those absolutely entertaining fights. But I got to give Berinchyk his salute. Very fundamentally sound. I didn't know how this fight was going to go because Emmanuel Navarrete is so awkward, man. Long, rangy, awkward, kind of Gumby-like fighter. He do some things that only he knows how to do. It's in him. Just like I said about Jahad Tucker, the way he moves and grooves and the defense that he has, his rhythm and motion, it's only him. That's within his wheelhouse. That's what he was innately gifted with. But I want to definitely show love and give a salute and congrats to Berinchyk, who defeated Navarrete, because we seen Navarrete on the brink of defeat and he was able to come back. He couldn't get it done this time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a close fight heading to the scorecards, and he won via split decision. Salute to him. Real talk. Salute to him. Very good fight. Salute to him. Salute to Emmanuel Navarrete. I like Navarrete. You know what I'm saying? But he wants to move up now. I don't blame him, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame him. Do what you got to do, man. Real talk. Do what you got to do. I'm not the least bit mad at Emmanuel Navarrete, multi-division. Explore other ventures in his career, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? But not every fight you're going to get the automatic. You know what I'm saying? He was coming off a draw against Conceição at 130. You know what I'm saying? He was going in here for his fourth division. against Denise Berinchyk, and Berinchyk had other plans. So that was for the WBA World Lightweight Vacant. So what I like about Berinchyk winning this fight is that I believe he definitely will fight the likes of the other champions that's in there, especially a Shakur Stevenson. I believe Berinchyk wants that Shakur Stevenson to get his name out there. I know Berinchyk will fight Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with Tank. I don't know who he's going to fight, El Chin Checker. But it gets interesting. Out of the trio, though, the 3/4 out of that, with Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko, and Berinchyk, I believe they can fight each other, man. Not too sure about what Tank is going to do right now. I'm not saying he won't fight him. I just don't know what he's going to do, But shout out to Berinchyk. Real talk. Shout out to him. Usyk has been moved into pound for pound number 1. And the reason why that shift becomes so easily to accommodate is because, he up in his third fight here, he fought the unified champion. Now, this is what I always say about these shifts and changes, repositioning. It all depends on who's the voters. Who is all in favor? Who is the authority? Who is the group? Who are they? What experience do they have? How long have they been a part of boxing? What are they positioned in boxing? Are they judges? Are they commissioned? You know what I'm saying? Are they working with a certain organization, BWAA or the Ring? Who are they with? And the reason I ask that is because when Anthony Joshua was unified champion, right? He's been 2-time unified champion, right? He wasn't on the pound for pound list, right? When Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, they threw him on the pound for pound list on the Boxing Writers Association. They threw him on the pound for pound list. Okay. I can see why Usyk is on the pound for pound list. Because he came up as a cruiserweight undisputed champion. And now he finally get his shot for Joshua. He did it twice, right? So they put him on the pound for pound list. Now, it's not like he hasn't been in this position before. To go up here close to the top 2, top 3 of the ring pound for pound, and go in there and have a dominating performance against Tyson Fury to some, and then to others, it was a close fight. In reality, him being pound for pound number 1, I really don't have an argument with that. I can see where people are at with it when it comes to him and Crawford. Now, Anui shouldn't be second, but I'm not here to talk about Anui. I'm just saying I can see where they're going with it, with the way he had that performance over Fury and why they would position him, with just only 2 divisions and 2-time undisputed. Because, Fury was considered the top dog, at the heavyweight division. And he was formerly unified. Crawford's last big fight was Errol Spence, of course, single division. He had 3 titles, yes, but what else was there? He wasn't formerly unified champion, Errol Spence, but he had picked up the belts, and also the rivalry picked up steam. They was both on the pound for pound list, and that's where I'm at with it. I'm not saying either or. But all I know is Tyson Fury wasn't on the pound for pound list when Usyk beat him. He wasn't. He was the WBC champion. Formerly, defeating the former WBC champion, Deontay Wilder. It's a little gap there for me. Because why do they continue to register high points and add points to the boxing fight goal when a fighter who had the belt wasn't that special? But yet when a specific fighter defeats him, they get all the praise that fighter who had the belt previously did never get. Tyson Fury beating Deontay Wilder, yes, he got put on the magazine, but what he's been able to do since his return was all about Deontay Wilder, right? It was all about Wilder. Yes, he won 2 out of the 3. He did. I don't have an argument with Usyk beating Fury, becoming 2-time undisputed in the heaviest division, the heaviest class of the 17 divisions in boxing, because they want him to be up there. He's always been in a position where he's a likable guy. I totally understand why they like Usyk. I've met the guy. I totally get it. I've met Usyk and I met Fury. I've spoken to them both. I can understand why people pulling for Usyk. Real talk. Real talk. I get it, man. The guy has a personality out of this world. He's unlike what you think he is when you see him on TV. You know, he act eccentric and all. No, he's a really down-to-earth dude. Fury's different. Fury's going to give you that gypsy energy. Fury's going to give you that rambunctious, you know. He's just that type of dude. He's going to have his erratic type behavior. He's much different than Alexander Usyk. But them moving him into the pound for pound number 1, I'm not tripping off that. You know, there would be other fighters that I defend. You know what I'm saying? Having a pound for pound list like Crawford. But I can understand why they would say the victory over Tyson Fury will position Usyk as pound for pound number 1. I really get the energy, real talk. I really get this you know, this vibe, so to speak, that they keep trying to relocate Crawford from the pound for pound list so easily. You know what I'm saying? If it's not Inoue, it's Usyk. If it's not Usyk, it's Inoue. That's just the way of the land. But I don't have no problem with them, you know, positioning Usyk off that performance, going in there, you know what I'm saying, toppling the former WBC heavyweight champion. I don't have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They have Crawford at like 3rd and then Inoue 2nd and Usyk 1st, pound for pound. You know, who I don't see up there in front of them is Canelo Alvarez, which is fine with me. Absolutely fine. Seriously, that's fine with me. So salute to Usyk. You know, like I tell people, you go to these fights, you meet the fighters, and then you can kind of understand how people are thinking and the reason for the way they think. You know what I'm saying? About these pound for pound rankings. Usyk is a likable guy, man. Real talk. You know, I always say it. I say, man, you know, I would like to meet, you know, some of these. I've met Dillian White, had a conversation with him briefly. I'd already met him. I'm talking about heavyweights now. I'm talking about heavyweights. Annie Kanaki, Charles Martin, met them. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder, of course, the Bronze Bomber, no doubt about it. I met Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. I'm talking about having a conversation with him. I've met my share of heavyweights, but if they want to catapult and position him off the win, even though Terrence Crawford stopped Spence, to me, they have to have bilateral value. The value have to go both ways. I don't know. The bias is always going to be there. And, you know, I'm trying to talk about value of each fighter, but the bias is always going to be there. You know what I'm saying? You can say, okay, well, you had 2 pound for pound fighters, but Tyson Fury won the pound for pound. But yeah, Usyk beat Fury and they put him at, you know, top pound for pound, picking up his 2-time undisputed. But Crawford still, in my opinion, should have a slight edge because he did it first. That's all I'm saying. He did it first. That's where the bias to me comes into play. He did it first. Usyk did it third. Now, if you want to appraise Errol Spence versus Tyson Fury, I can see what people say, okay, let's do that. Well, I mean, everybody's going to have their details, their fine details on praising, you know, Spence versus Fury and how the fight played out. We all know the fight that Crawford had with Spence was much more dominant, in my opinion, than Usyk Fury. Seriously, everybody knows that. But since Usyk is a likable guy, You know what I'm saying? There. But I look at it, it's still more fighting to be done this year in 2024, and we're gonna get to see the rest. We're gonna be able to see it materialize and play out in front of us. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. We're still gonna have ample amount of time to see this play out in front of us. So let me get to the composition. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to the whale. Okay? Let me get to the treasure chest of this live stream. And please pay attention, right? Because it's not like I'm tired of explaining this, but it gets to a point where majority of the people that's been following me for quite some time understand that I've said this over and over again. I'd rather be attending fights than doing this live stream stuff. You know, you have some idiots on here that choose to think this evolves in their everyday life as far as the status quo and how they are evaluated. See, you have to understand something. Just because you evaluate someone doesn't mean that evaluation has value. Your evaluation can be trash because from where the source of the evaluation came from. That's everyday life. You don't allow somebody to tell you about yourself when they ain't shit. And this kind of how social media goes. You have individuals that choose to try to critique or criticize people based off who they believe they are or what they think they have going on in life. And then, you know, once that person defend the comments that you made, that particular person feels like you out of pocket, you out of line. I thought we was just on social media, but a lot of cats tend to want to take this off social media on some personal shit. I just think it's childish. You know what I'm saying? It's childish as hell. It's a bit juvenile in a lot of areas. And you know, you got grown ass men in this boxing game that chose the sport, right? You chose this combat circuit. You chose the shit. But what's been going on in recent years is this social media. So for those of you that don't or may not have the information, I was born and raised down here in the A, point blank period. So I've covered fighters. And if I sound a bit brash in my delivery, it is absolutely intentional. Okay? I don't have to sound brash with vulgarity and, you know, a tirade, a profanity laced tirade to get my point across. I can do it pretty good in the tone of voice. You know, I'm used to doing it. So let's get to the wickets and let me elucidate for those who don't get it still. You don't get a permit to access, you know, my attention just based off lies without me responding. You don't have that permit for me to let it go. Some of this shit I'll let go, man. You know, because it's kind of funny. You know, some of the shit I'll let go. But we've had some fights recently, you know. And one of those fights was Brian Norman and Giovanni Santillan. And leading up to that, you know, this previous fight, I myself had put out a live stream, right? I did a thumbnail, March 2nd, 2024. Okay. And it said, my friends asked me why no news coverage. I'm like, let me take the lead again. These was people out there that was supposedly all fans of Brian Norman. Yeah, you know, I have to itemize this shit. I'm gonna let you know for those of you that want to talk shit to me. Check this out. Any work I've ever done has been on my own will. Most of the time, I was doing stuff behind the scene. People really didn't know the workload. They didn't know where I was going. But early on, I say to myself, it wasn't but I would say one person, one or two people that I really fuck with down here that pretty much knew what I had going on, that I continued to communicate with. You know what I'm saying? My boy Carlos Jackson, we've been communicating for a long time. That's my guy. He knew all the roads I travel back then. You know what I'm saying? I look, I've gotten pictures and stuff of fighters before they was even anybody even know who they were, right? So I put this up here. People felt some type of way about it. I say, yeah, they feel some type of way about it because they think it's cool to try to come in my direction as if I never put in the work before. Now, there's been plenty of fights that I'm saying that has the thrilling aspect to it. Raymond Ford, last minute, 7 seconds. That was a hell of a fight, man. And I think at this point in time, that still stands as fight of the year. In my opinion. In my opinion. To me, that's still top 1, 2 fight of the year, period. Right? That to me was a heck of a fight to brag about. But then we just recently had a Donnybrook. We had a fight that play out where Norman went in there and stopped Santillan, and all these people come out of the woodworks. I'm gonna lay it on thick, y'all. I'm gonna tell it for what it is, and this is directed to the snakes that's talking shit about me down here in the ATL, right? This is to you too. Understand one thing: a lot of what I had going on down here, you all then wasn't a part of, or you didn't care because you just saw me doing it. So the people that I was doing it for at the time didn't fight for a belt. Let's put that under the microscope too. They didn't fight for a belt. For those of you that's feeling that I'm an easy target, I'm going to show you how easy of a target I am. I'm not upset. I expected it. You know what I'm saying? I expected you all to crawl your way up here and start talking shit because now all of a sudden you want to be on the Brian Norman's cheerleading squad. Kudos to you. But I must remind you of something. When I was out there with Team Williams, right? You see how blurry this picture is? Nobody saw anything. They didn't know where I was traveling. They didn't know what was going on. When I was supporting Michael Williams Jr., it wasn't nobody saying anything. They didn't have nothing to say. You know, he was out there fighting regional cards, winning. Didn't nobody care, man. For whatever their reasons was, didn't nobody care. I'm going to fights and over here, over there, and everywhere. Putting in work. Didn't nobody care. But you know what? I was also supporting fighters in my own backyard too. I was supporting fighters in my own backyard. I was supporting fights that was here in the ATL. Now you got to ask yourself, how much work do you have to put in? How much work do you have to be that you have to put in your city for it to be considered respectable? Because to me, I find it so annoying that certain people knew I was putting in work, but they're trying to give off the impression that I never put in work and I wasn't stepping and marching and going to gyms and popping up at gyms. See, I think if I would have been a 5'6" nigga, if I would have had like a little soft, docile voice, nigga came off as a freaking horned owl and just stood over there and didn't say anything. But in some of them in the ATL, when boxing wasn't even really, I'm talking about on the level it is. It's buzzing right now because Norman won the interim WBO championship. I'm going to get to that. But before he won the championship, I was covering other fighters down here in the ATL to include him. Okay? I know it's hard for people to accept that want to come up here and talk this shit to me. It's cool. But I help you understand some things. Human beings have a choice on who they want to fuck with. They know when I'm on the move, either you know me or you don't know me. Either I converse with you or we don't converse. It's all good. But one thing you're never going to tell me is that you consider me to be an ass kisser, a cheerleader. I support some of the fights heavy. I supported fighters down here and showed them mad love. It's somebody told me that they didn't know. They know who Tay Jones was. They found out who Tay Jones was because of me. I covered Tay Jones down here, Pac-Man, ATL to this day. I covered him a lot of times. I've covered the Montgomery boys, that family, got that frame of their father and the three brothers. I've covered Javon Woodard. I covered Hot Rod. You know what I'm saying? I've covered Mo Millions, Morgan. I've covered Mack Truck. I've covered Carlos Jackson. I've covered the Lopez brothers. I've covered Gladden. I covered a lot of fighters down here in the ATL. When we wasn't even getting, I even covered both of Tank fights when he was down here, right? I covered the sparring that took place. I was the only YouTube member that was at the sparring, but you know what happened when the news broke? People wanted to act like they didn't want to mention my name. I'm the only media guy, the YouTube creator or whatever you want to call it, that was there at both sessions. I was there, man. And look, a lot of people told me they wouldn't have known about it unless I put the info out. But according to who you support outside the grid square, people want to take little subliminal shots and act like they don't want to give you no credit. It's amazing how people don't want to give credit. You know what I'm saying? How people don't want to give you credit, bro. You be putting in the work and they don't want to give you credit. You never ask them for shit. But when the topic comes up and something you was a part of, they want to act like, oh man, I don't even really want to. That's selfish, bro. But it's okay for you to talk shit about certain fighters I was supporting. People shouldn't feel no type of way when I was showing up to these fights in Texas, Florida, bare knuckle fighting, boxing matches, cover Christy Martin's cards, covering all these promoters' cars, North and South Carolina, all these cars. I'm driving up there from the A, drove all the way up to Baltimore, covering cars in VA, covering all these freaking cars, man. ATL, all these freaking cars. And I'm just moving at my own pace, man. So now you got to ask yourself, why would people want to look at me down here in my own city as if I'm hating on Brian Norman? I don't even know why that's the topic of discussion, but I can tell you this. I can tell you this right here. When I was out there supporting Jahad Tucker, my little birdies was telling me shit on what people were saying about me. And I was like, how can anything be said about Scotty supporting any fighter when he was doing the exact same thing that he was doing down here in a plethora in ATL with respect? You're talking about a dude who was in the military 20 freaking years. I never went around acting like I was better than these youngins. These young bullets is coming up in life. I showed them all respect. The thing I couldn't understand is that why you go to some of these areas, they act like it's day one. Like, oh man, oh he back over here. I never asked nobody to shout me out like, oh well, build my channel, give me the amount of subscribers. I never did that. But you niggas is up here trying to make it Where were you when I put this thumbnail up? Where were you when he had that fight March 2nd? Where were you when I was talking shit about Blue Blood, bringing Brian Norman on his platform and say he's going to be the face of BLK? Where were you? Where did it all go wrong? Where did all this happen? Y'all got mad because I was over there doing what I do? I'm on a boxing freaking, another boxing excursion out there in NYC. Did y'all pay for my fare when I was out there supporting Jahal Tucker? Did y'all pay for that shit though? Did y'all give me a donation? Did y'all do any of that? The answer is no, you didn't. When I was out there, when freaking Shaw News was Jackal Fitness, did y'all pay for any of that? No, you didn't. You didn't pay for none of that shit. Let me show y'all this though. Those of you that want to make this about me. This is not even all the thumbnails I did on Norman Jr. But somehow y'all want to focus on the wrong thing, bro. Why y'all focus on somebody who's already put in the work? Now, Team Norman feels some type of way about it because I did feel they took shots at me and I still didn't get an apology from Norman, and I ain't never disrespect him. I ain't getting an apology from him. But look, I put in the work. Y'all probably don't remember all this because you weren't paying attention, because y'all didn't give a damn about supporting them back then to cover them. But you got people down here running their mouth, talking shit, trying to say, oh, you know, it can be something all the way different about WCS supporting. And then they're tied in to somebody that's down here and all that and try to sway other people. Oh, man, don't fuck with White. Don't fuck with Sky. Don't fuck with WCS. Don't fuck with it. And I never did anything to these cats, bro. I never did into the ones that get mad. Look, if you feel some type of way, like I know how we dapped each other up, but we dap each other up different now, and you feel some type of way because of word of mouth. I don't care. I will speak on it, but I don't care, bro. Because you took a one-sided story and you telling me you a weak ass nigga anyway. If y'all want to believe one-sided stories without asking me to my face, hey, did this and this happen? I don't have no respect. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Why am I going to try to go above and beyond? I've been in real world situations, bro, where I had to make decisions. I was on top of buildings. I didn't have no protection from enemy fire, setting up communications with my troops. I was the officer in charge. I've been all over the world. But when I come in here to my own city where it all started, right? I got cats up there that know I don't walk around with no military shit on. I don't go up here and try to get no freaking sympathy. Oh, no, man, treat me with respect. But the audacity that some of you are dropping these messages. Hey, if my boy Shaw News is going at it with Norman, understand. That's grown man shit. That's them going at it. That shit don't have nothing to do with what I've experienced with Team Tucker. None of you niggas can sit up here and tell me shit about what I got going on in this boxing game because I put in the lead work. Where were y'all when I was traveling to all these places and covering Norman? Where were y'all at? He wins the title and y'all want to come at me because you have snakes down here. They want to sever communications. You want to go tell somebody that, oh, I think it's somebody else. That's WCS. I think he done jumped ship. Where does this shit come from, bro? You know, a lot of people can be temperamental about hearing some bullshit like that. Like real talk, bro. Where does that come from? To just listen to somebody say, well, I think so and so has jumped ship. He left the company. I asked to see the comment, and I couldn't be presented with the receipts. Because if it was on somebody's post, first thing they're gonna do is screenshot it, right? But to be acknowledged to the public in a negative way, y'all have the bullshit audacity to come to me after you win a title as if that's important. If I'm that important in the negative cloud, without knowing that I put in work? My name was the one dragged when I'm at home in the A and they over there in Vegas. My name was the one put out there. I never sit up here and put Norman on Front Street or anything. But as a young man talking to an elder, you could at least apologize for falsely accusing me of shit. You hit me up in the DM and you never thought to apologize. So y'all calling him here acting like I'm supposed to kiss his ass? I don't have to kiss his ass. I'm a grown man, bro. I never said anything when he asked, oh, you know, tell your boy I want that work. Who? Michael Williams. Okay. And then after him and Jahai spar, he say some shit like, oh, whatever his name is, what's his name? Jahai? Well, he don't have no power. He don't have this. He don't have that. I didn't go run over there and tell his pops. Because for me, I've covered Norman. I know how free flowing his pops is, and I covered Tucker. I know how outspoken and free flowing he is, right? So I'm not gonna go over there when you just finished sparring and try to turn it into anything else. I don't know if somebody felt some type of way because I'm up here doing a deed and somebody asked me, hey, can you get Jahai some work down here? I called up once again. Here I go. I'm calling up the man. One of the names down here, one of the toughest fighters down here. I called them up. Hey, so-and-so want to know if you want to get some work in. They down here in Atlanta. I made the phone call. They accepted and they went in the gym and sparring. Did you ever see me posting sparring? So when you come with this fuck shit, bro, all you niggas is hitting me up. You don't know what's behind the story. I don't really understand what's going on with some of these ATL cats that want to act like I ain't putting in work. Like, what's wrong with y'all, man? If y'all not just reached maturity yet? When he said, oh, Jahai don't have no freaking power, I didn't go up here and put that shit. Hey, music. Hey, he said Jahai didn't. No. I ain't say none of that bullshit. I didn't even post the sparring. I gave the sparring to freaking one of my colleagues, Shaw News. He didn't even post the sparring. It wasn't like he didn't post the sparring because somebody got dropped anything. It just wasn't something he posted. You have to ask him. But I didn't post it. I had pictures and I had video. Both fathers said they didn't care about recording it. See, that's what some of you cats need to understand about the maturity and the professionalism of doing media. Some of you would have got the footage of the spar and hurry up and post it for views and clicks. Out of respect, I gave the footage to him. It was his fighter. I gave it to them. They can do what they want with it. All I did was make liaison to make the sparring happen. The sparring is what it is. And then people can talk the way it talks, just like the Bud Crawford sparring. They were wanting to come up with all these scenarios on how it went down. People know I rock heavy with Bud, but Norman Jr. is out my backyard. He was born and raised down here in the A. Those of you that saying he knocked Crawford down, I say no, that's not true. I saw some of the cats from the ATL trying to bloviate the situation more than what it was. They was lying. Lying on a fighter is not going to get you a fight with the fighter. Which brings me to this. I think the reason why, for whatever it is, certain people feeling the way they feeling is because, you know, people be getting in their ear telling them lies, man. They don't have no ethics about anything. Their ethos system is fucked up. They'll see you out here supporting. I think it happened when Jahai stopped Andre Smith, which was a cool cat. Shout out to promoter Vic. No problem with Vic. He cool as a fan. Andre didn't know who I told him. I said, I didn't know. He said, I seen you one time when you was out at freaking Philippe gym. We had a conversation. But I had a couple of people up here trying to act like I wasn't going to show. I supposed to know who Andre Smith was. I didn't know who the guy was. I still showed him love when I found out who it was up there in NYC. He was facing Jahai. I still did an interview with him. So what the fuck going on with y'all niggas, man? Why y'all pick and choose somebody who mind their fucking business, stay in their lane? Why you find it so easy to sit up here and put this information that don't make sense out on me? Y'all wasn't down here in ATL when I was on the road, when I was traveling from freaking these gyms to gym. All y'all want to do is pick and choose. Y'all know, some of y'all know I put in the work, but y'all want to try to make it something with me and Team Norman. It ain't nothing with us, bro. Congratulations. I said congratulations, but truth be told, it's some niggas up here acting like they've been rocking out and they reached out. I went and found out who Norman was. I covered him when nobody knew who Norman was. That's a fact. I got the receipts. Yeah, it's easy for y'all to say, oh, fuck that. Nobody cares. Yeah, I do. Because when you got people out here trying to act like it's all has to do with hate, because I'm up there rocking heavy with Team Tucker, and we have a fighter to come out of the ATL over there, and y'all try to say, oh, this is a good opportunity to be on some petty shit. I didn't know who Andre Smith was. Once again, nigga, I've been around the world. I've basically given briefs. I used to carry a top secret message to the Pentagon. I did shit that's way bigger than this, man. It's crazy how they want to get so petty. I still show Andre Smith didn't do shit to me. But then here goes me doing my job and posting pictures after Jahai Tucker stops him. That's public record. My pictures ain't the only one that's out there. But Jahai Tucker went in there and stopped him. And people want to talk shit about me posting pictures. Man, how dare you? You must be out your fucking mind. You ain't going to dictate my goddamn media flow just because you want to say, oh, he sat up there and did that. Y'all niggas didn't help me do shit, bro. Y'all didn't help me down here. Like I say, the one that did the most for me down here behind the scenes was Carlos. Period. Point blank. He didn't take no sides or no motherfucking nothing. But I didn't know who this cat was. Jahai stopped him. I didn't go up here bragging and all that. I just put the pictures out there. Yes, he was the opponent. Jahai was the other half of the opponent. He stopped him. You gonna get mad at me for that shit? Y'all gonna get mad because all of a sudden he got a fighter. What happened to all the other opponents now? Let's go to all the other opponents. Let me check this out. All the other opponents now. Let's go to Jahai Tucker, box rec, right? Because this way it all went. You know what I'm saying? They felt some type of way because Jahai started getting all this exposure and everything. And here I am out the ATL. I done covered Williams Jr. Wasn't nobody giving a damn. They didn't feel no type of way. But I never sat up there and told Team Williams that Norman said, hey, tell your boy I want that work. Tell the boy I want that work. I gave his number. I gave Brian's dad number. You call him. I'm media. I'm not no messenger. Do I look like Paul Revere to you? What happened with DeAndre Anderson, Charles Garner, Eric Rodriguez, Israel Barroso, George Sosa, Akeem Black? What happened to all the attention? Why wasn't there attention given with that? Tracy Magruder. But at Madison Square Garden, he fights DeAndre Smith, and all of a sudden, there's all this energy coming out the ATL that I've witnessed firsthand to Team Tucker and to me. How can you now associate me with the ATL when I was in the ATL stepping and I was showing these fighters respect? The ones that's talking behind my back and freaking trying to find the freaking the juggler and trying to bleed you out, stabbing you with negative lots of fighters. You wasn't nowhere. You was a hater because DeAndre Smith was just one fighter. He was cool as a fan, bro. DeAndre was cool as a fan. Now, if somebody told him something, he didn't act no type of way about it. And he went in there and fought. He didn't lay down. He went in there and fought. That's the only thing I can say. That was a 6th rounder, and Jahad Tucker stopped him in the 4th. But check this out. I didn't know what was going on because I was still the fight card. But then all of a sudden, there's a back and forth exchange between Team Norman and Team Tucker. I'm not a manager. I just support the young warrior. I support Jahad, his brother Jamali, his father music, and the News by Shaw News. I support him. But I know I got a lot of flack when ATL, out of all places that's been starving for boxing highlights, thanks to Tank, who brought us 2 big fights down here, right? Thanks to Tank, who allowed the light to shine a little bit brighter for 2 fights. You know what I'm saying? With Barrios and Gamboa. We were struggling. We were struggling to get some notoriety. But now, all of a sudden, 2024, Norman wins an interim title. The shit don't stop there. It's a lot more to boxing that continues. Nobody never thought he could do it. Look, I even said his 3 fights that he had with Top Rank was okay. They knew it. That's why his pops was out here explaining so much. But when you put our name, both of you, senior and junior, you put my brand out there. And I know we spoke on Mark Nash. You said it was all good. I just don't get the feeling that it is all good, for whatever reason, bro. I never even crossed you the wrong way. You even told my vehicle at one time. You know what I'm saying? I gave your company support. But you, when it came time for you to make a choice, a decision, you chose to say WCS. It's somehow you continue to act like you don't know if it's WCS or not. Like you always have an issue with knowing who I am. You don't want to give me no shine like I'm asking for shine or something. It's weird, bro. I don't get it, bro. And then, Norman, you're old enough. You're a grown man. You hit me on the DM with some bullshit. You should apologize, man. You felt the need to feel like you didn't want to apologize for the shit. Then you got these niggas out here talking, and they don't know I put in the work and supported Brian. It's right here. I put the shit up. No, hey, they can say what they want. They can say, oh man, this shit don't matter. Look, I've been around world champions already. Did you forget? For you dumbass niggas is sitting up here trying to act like this is all new. I've been around world champions, man. I have. I've been around world champions, man. I've been around future world champions. Team Tucker. Yeah. I've been there. I've been to the top. I worked my way up the ladder, been to the top. I don't care what everybody else has done. I never was out here trying to compete with nobody. But at the end of the day, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, y'all putting too much energy behind the scene with baseless attacks as if y'all don't know what you see right here. I've supported. I even got more footage when no one really knew who Norman was fighting on the regional card. And that card was stacked. That card was pretty stacked, man. And they had a lot of ATL fighters on there. I think Carlos was on there, Brian Norman Jr., Tay Jones, and some other fighters. Malik Montgomery. It was a heavy freaking card before these guys really start to make a name for themselves. I reached out and said, hey, is it possible for me to come over there and cover him? I talked to his trainer, not his pops. They said, okay, cool. Drove over there, took some pictures. I was the only one in the fucking gym. So when y'all niggas try to come at me, I didn't see y'all in the gym. When nobody was talking about Norman, I was over there. And it's another cat that does media down here. Salute to him. I'm not talking about him. He know who he is. He was definitely in the gym, but I'm talking about dudes that be on here. I didn't see y'all in there. I didn't see y'all over there at Granite City. For niggas is acting funny, all you got to do is remember, I used to come over there and support, and I didn't ask nobody for shit. I came over there and support, minding my business, and let the game camera do the rest. I did the interviews. I supported. Even when people was telling me, hey, man, watch yourself with these, doing too much down here in Atlanta because they ain't going to appreciate it. That's just the way they were. I couldn't understand it, bro. Because, coming from where you work as a close-knit unit of camaraderie, you got to work as a team, a unit to make the mission accomplished. To basically go into civilian pop and dealing with people in the combat sport, dealing with people who is moving. You think they're moving for the same purpose, but they ain't. Everybody have they lanes. Some people go off-road, some stay on the highway. Everybody got their own little way of travel. But me, I did this shit on my own, bro. And I'm not going to allow people to come over here and think that this fight had anything to do with trying to step on me. Like, you're not making no fucking sense, man. Y'all should really focus on the broader picture. You know what I'm saying? The broader picture is getting a world championship. And this is what I got. This is my message to the 147-pound division. What's next? We represent ATL. Yeah, we got a interim WBO champion down here. Okay? What's next? The same guy that you sparred with up there. All you haters that wanted to say, well, Crawford should fight this person. Crawford should fight that person. Okay? What if Crawford vacate the belts? Are y'all niggas gonna have the same energy for Brian to fight freaking Jerron Ennis, somebody who he sparred with several times? Are y'all gonna be pushing for him to fight somebody else? Or y'all just want to see him win this interim title, and that's good for y'all? That's where you're gonna settle. That's good. I don't need nothing else. It's much bigger than that. You niggas that ain't putting in the work, but y'all just sitting out here on the outside. I don't care if you box or not. Let the media guys do the media shit, and y'all lace the gloves and go into combat and be warriors. Let us do our shit in separate lanes, so we can support each other. If it's a gap in there, and when we supporting each other, cool. But some of y'all are trying to take this freaking. Now look, I more and more think about this shit. Some of you all find it so easy to take sides, bro. Like, nigga, I don't owe none of you niggas shit. I was born down here. I don't sit up here and have to explain to you niggas all the trouble I've been through in supporting fighters and taking my own initiative. None of you niggas can tell me, oh, we don't give a fuck. I don't care if you don't give a fuck. I do. I've been there, done that already. So for you to think one freaking fighter is gonna somehow dictate how I move, I never sit up here and said nothing publicly or anything. But I got people to tell me shit all the time on what's being said about me. And one thing, if they want to put it out there that I have nothing to do with, is the fact that you too stupid to see the work that I put in. I'm talking about to the haters that's sitting up here talking. I put in work. I was covering him before that championship fight he had. Man, goddamn gloat on the continued success. If anybody listen to me, what did I say the aerosexuals didn't do for Spence? What did I say? I said when he got out the ring with Sean Porter, the aerosexuals didn't have a conversation with him to say, hey, you still got 2 other belts to get. Be careful. Be careful. Be very careful. Don't let it get away from you. Be very careful. You still got a mission to accomplish. This is just one freaking title that you got on that night in a dominating performance and a battering. I'm talking about a highlight reel stoppage. But the mission don't stop there. So I can't get where the hate is coming out. That shit is not compelling. You're not writing a story. You're still young in life in the game, so you should be focusing on the next step. Y'all niggas out here focusing on other niggas that don't have nothing to do with you taking the next step. You should be trying to support the media, especially out their backyard. How did it look? How does it look? Somebody tell me. How does this look? It's okay for you to try to take a shot at me, but it's not okay for me to tell you what I think of your action. How does that work? It's okay for you to take a shot at me, but you feel some type of way when I correct you on your action and taking a shot at me or who I'm associated with. I can give a damn who feels some type of way about me and Shot News communication and all respect. I can give a damn if you don't like the dude. And say, oh man, I feel something on anybody. That's your fault. I mean, we on some grown man stuff. These are grown men walking down here. Boxing is a tough ass sport. But when it comes to this media game, it's a lot of niggas focus on the wrong shit, bro. Like, they really focus on the wrong shit. Bernie the boxer sat up there and called him a bum. He's a cold bum. I'm not snitching on Bernie. Bernie said it publicly. But I don't see the rah-rah though. I don't see the rah-rah. I don't see the return energy. It's just like, oh, let me talk shit about the average nigga. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who was actually born here. Let me dog out my own people in my backyard that was born and raised down here in the A. Let me do that. But for Bernie the box, it's okay. I never set up here and got on the mic and say, you know, Brian Norman's a cold bum. He did. Where's the energy? Where's the reciprocated energy? Seriously, where's the reciprocated energy? Why not y'all encouraging them to call out Crawford? Where's the mission? Where's the rampage at? Come on, man. You can't have it any other way. You know what I'm saying? You out here shitting on the wrong people, man. How many times did I have to show up? All of a sudden it feels some type of way? What did I do? I never owed you money. I never stole from you. I never owed you money, never stole from you. So I guess I'm just at a period in ATL where some of you all, not all, because I'm going to tell you, shout out to Mo Millions. Salute to you, brother. Every time I see him, he's cool people. Cool people. But when you talk about grown ass man that's been in the military, right? I went in at 17, did my shit. For niggas to say you're a cheerleader, for niggas to say some off the wall bullshit, for them to try to devalue what you got going on. Fuck the subs and the views and the likes. We're talking about character as a man. We're talking about retired, 20 in. You're not going to respect me? Did I have to do some time? I guess I ain't took a L, had to do some time, huh? Because it's puzzling to me how some of you niggas feel like you rather support the one who took a L rather than the one that was out here marching, trying to get that win and supporting his family and serve this country. I guess it's all about the white man, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's it. I went in and put on the uniform and laced up the boots and worked for the white man. I wasn't out here hanging out with the brothers. Even though I did it when I came on leave. But this boxing shit is a whole different story for me. A fighter out of my backyard wins a title. But they act like I ain't really did media on Carlos Jackson forever and a day. Like I ain't never covered other fighters and showed love when Mack Truck had the WBA and he was in the rankings. The Dakari Scott. Like I ain't support him before he was even professional, bro. Before he was even a professional. When I wasn't at the gym over there where old Wayfields used to be in Decatur, where the roof was coming down, all them leaks was in there. Like I wasn't in there. Like I wasn't in there, bro. What? When I wasn't supporting the Michael. I was supporting the Michael before he was on Creed. Shout out to Hot Rod, man. Shout out to Hot Rod for taking me to that sparring session. Hot Rod know what happened in that sparring session, but did he ever hear me say anything about that sparring session that he told me about with two fighters? Never said anything. Dude told me, "Oh, Albert Bell up there in the room, man. You want to go up there and get an interview?" See, shit like that. I always got respect for him in that with his mentality because he's big out here in the ATL. But when he told me, "Hey, Albert Bell up there in the room, you want to get an interview?" It wasn't on no nothing. Straight genuine, cool ass dude. Say, "I got Albert Bell. I went up there and interviewed Albert, man. Albert Bell, cool." And these dudes are damn near bigger than life in their city. He the one told me about the freaking sparring. He the one told me about the sparring, bro. Neither one of you other niggas did that. He told me about that. I'm not talking about the sparring where I said, was I talking? I'm talking about the sparring with Bud Crawford coming into the gym. Hot Rod told me that. He dropped that info to me. Didn't none of y'all other cats do that? You know who you are. You didn't tell me. They knew the shit was happening, but they didn't want to let me know. I'm right here in the ATL. They was just shocked to see me up there. They was just shocked to see me up there. Like, damn, how did he find out? Huh? How did he find out Bud was coming in here? We have all these hitters up in here. Shout out, man. JD Boxing on deck. He didn't beat no all-time great. All-time great. There would be many people beg to differ of who he fought and who beat him. I get to that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's funny. All-time great. He beat all-time great twice. Deontay Wilder fought and considered it all-time great 3 times. Jessica in the chat, what's good? What's good? KQKC Boxing, what's good? I see you in the building. Salute to my guy, WCS, KQKC Boxing Network. Salute. Yeah, definitely check out KQKC. Salute to you, brother. But this is my take on it, right? I'm not going to spend too much time on this. It's really, you know, when you from the actual city you reside in, you try not to pay too much attention to the people that act like you're a visitor. You know what I'm saying? They try to pretend like you're a visitor. I don't know. I guess if I had a different type of meaning, I was more outgoing or something. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know? And I look at people and I say, damn, they got it. It seems like they living well. They doing good. But when you hear people, you know, stab you in the back and taking shots, like, I grew up, you're supposed to respect your elders. In a situation like this, to hit me in the DM and say something, then you got people that's somehow finding it compelling to hit me up all because of his pops saying what he said in Vegas. You didn't feel like it was cool, that you should go right back to the general public and say, you know what? And which he did, and some he did. I'll give him that. He did, so to speak. But for Brian Norman Jr., you didn't, bro. I'm just saying about integrity. Yeah, everybody want to jump, cheer, and shout that he won a title and he went in there and got it done. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. Everybody consider him to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody consider him to be that guy. And that's what he's supposed to do in that fight. He was supposed to do that. I always remember what Javon Woodard said. Shout to Pop. When I told him, you know, one of his fights, he said, you know what? I'm not happy about something I'm supposed to do. I was supposed to do that. I'm not really jumping up for joy for that. And he was right. He said that's was something I was supposed to go in here and get rid of him that quick. I was supposed to do that. He was supposed to go in there and finish the fight in dominating fashion. But what's next? Are y'all going to say, oh, they brothers? Oh, man, they cool with Team Menace. No, keep the same energy that y'all had with Crawford. What y'all going to do with it next, ATL? What are y'all going to do with it next? Y'all just going to try to keep that belt and say, oh, I don't want him fighting this person. I want him to fight that person. Jerron Ennis is saying he's going for undisputed. ATL, stand up. You got a champion in your backyard. And if you having problems with the media that can put the word out there, then you do it yourself. Who y'all want to see him fight next? Or y'all want to sit up here and say, oh man, they're cool. Well, you know, we cool with Philly fighting. I thought it was professional. I thought it was boxing at the end of the day. I thought that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's what it was. What y'all gonna talk about? Oh man, we friends. You know, we can't do it. Is Ennis not in the 147-pound division? Are y'all gonna push for him like y'all was doing Bud to fight Spence? Is y'all gonna do that based off the performance that he had? I mean, you had Ennis come off a Ramon Villa stoppage in brutal fashion. You had freaking Brian Norman come off Santillan stoppage in brutal fashion. You got Blad the Fair. I don't know what the hell he doing, but you know the Muffet, the puppet was funny. He's fighting Adrian Brown. I don't know that fight going. I can't even bring that up. But anyway, you man, you got Stantione still up there. You know what I'm saying? You have some big names up there. But if you got the momentum down here in the ATL, those of you that consider yourselves to be a mouthpiece, y'all need to be vocal and start keeping the momentum going and putting it out there. Else, y'all want to sit up here and talk about, oh man, they cool, man. No, we don't want to fight Ennis, man. That's fam right there. That's fam. Okay. All right, cool. So what you supposed to be talking about, y'all don't want to talk about. This is the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to put me in the middle of the Jahad Tucker situation when I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to do. You got a champion in the ATL now. Congrats. Salute. That's what Brian Norman was supposed to do. Go in there and show the people that he's that hitter. And he went in there and stopped that dude. That's what he was supposed to do. That's what he did do. Now what's next? Everybody down here at this point in time was saying that. The ones who was in there with Tank when he sparred Tank knew he had hands. People went up here bragging about him buzzing Crawford. They already knew he had hands. He was already a dog. But don't come at the one who witnessed it. Don't come at me. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm not on the team. I'm just saying, focus your energy in projecting his brand to get a rivalry going. Get the rivalry going. The best fight the best, right? Best fight the best, right? Are we going to see ATL versus Philly? Or it's going to be all this handshake. Oh, man, hey, Jerron, I'll never fight you, man. I'll never fight you, dog. No, I hear a lot of people saying, hey, Jerome saying he the man, and freaking Brian Norman coming off that freaking devastating, dominating, thrilling victory. What is it? Both of them was interim champions. Brian Norman looking to get his freaking world championship, his super title. What y'all gonna do, friend things? Man, we got respect, man. I ain't going that route. I ain't going that IBF route. No, that's Ennis. I thought it's the best fight the best. That's what I'm just saying. I felt the thrill of fighters fighting outside the weight class and fighting top 5 ranked middleweight. I seen the thrill ringside. I seen how hitters go into the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? Fighting fighters that supposed to beat them. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it with my own eyes. Goddamn, I seen it, bro. I seen it. I seen Jahad go in there and fight monsters. I seen it. You got the title, man. Y'all ATL got to stand up, man. We got to keep on pushing the energy down here. There's no need to keep energy projected on something else when you don't have nothing to do with it. It's not, how quick you get to the prize. It's how long you hold on to the prize. I'm going to do what I do regardless. I'm going to do what I do regardless, man, with this media shit. You know what I'm saying? Whether whoever likes it or not. I'm still rocking Team Tucker. I'm still rocking Team Tucker, period. It don't have nothing to do with ATL. My residents say ATL. But I'm still rocking Team Tucker. In case anybody has an issue with it for whatever reason when it's boxing. Look, they don't tell these boxers to go around here and say, hey, man, since you from ATL, just only fighting ATL, man. Just fighting ATL. I'm still rocking with my boy Carlos. Salute to him. He don't get enough credit down here in the ATL, bro. He done had exciting fights on TV. Enrique Vivas, Jose Guzman, he done had exciting fights on TV. Where's his buzz at, man? Why y'all ain't right? He just made a dude quit on TV and got a stoppage. Where the buzz at? He can't help because the motherfucker acting like a bitch. He did his job. He did what he's supposed to. Come on, man. What about y'all highlighting the Lopez brothers, man? They up there on Pro Box and everything. Where the buzz at? Norman ain't the only fighter down here, bro. We got plenty of fighters down here. We got plenty of fighters in the A. Real talk, we got plenty of fighters in the A, bro. Y'all should be keeping your eyes. Look, y'all should be keeping your eyes open for freaking Mo Millions, man. He just earned another victory down here at OTX. Where the buzz at for the nigga? Hey, say his name, man. Keep him lit. Don't pay attention just to one fighter. There's plenty of fighters out here, man, trying to climb that ladder. Plenty. Where the buzz at, man? Show them love. Shit. Don't sit up here and put focus on one fighter. You get one title and that's it. No, you want to collect titles, plural. You want to keep on going. I'm telling you, man, people not understanding, man, the longevity in this game is not for the faint of heart. You got to be cut from a different cloth. You can sit up here and take shots at people, but everybody assess them different. I'm like, I'm not even important to the quest that you got going on. But just because you was reckless and you mentioned my name in public, your son get to the top of the pinnacle and wins a freaking interim, and I got people addressing me based off what you said. Why you never publicly put the work that I was doing out there? Why you never try to shut it down? Because you didn't care what was going on behind the scene, bro. You put my name out there. You put my colleague's name out there. And that is not the priority, bro. That's a young man. Like, I ain't never hit him in the freaking DMs and told him some bullshit, but he did me. Why, bro? Why is that important? Of all these fighters down here in the ATL, why would you come to me? If you want to think I'm that freaking important, why you ain't never hit me up on the DM and say, I appreciate what you're doing? Why you didn't invite me? Why I didn't get invited? I didn't hear anything about anything. Why you didn't invite me, bro? Why is that important? That stuff that's going on, it shouldn't be important, man. I'm looking for you. Okay, I got sparring going on over here. Okay, let's make that happen. No. I think part of it too, you know, y'all training with Ennis. Y'all was Team Spence, so that y'all took the L just like Spence did. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanted to pick sides. But no, you don't pick sides when I'm out your backyard. We out the A, yo. We out the deck. You don't choose sides and say I'm rocking with Team Philly when you got somebody that's born and raised, man. Born and raised, man. Grady baby. Grady baby. Born and raised. But we get out here in this boxing society, yo, I want to take sides. I want to do this. And I want to hang. I want to show this favoritism. No, that's not the way it works. If I'm supporting the fighter over there in New York, and y'all know nothing about what's going on, I'm not gonna say I'm not supporting no other fighter outside my state just because somebody's saying something they don't like him. That's stupid. That's childish, immature. That's almost like a man not being able to think for himself. But I do fuck with Team Tucker though. Team Tucker's did more for me without asking than any one of y'all. But yet, y'all are considerably paying me too much attention in a negative way. You would reach out behind the scene. You would say stuff in public and reach out behind the scene. But you shouldn't feel some type of way about me responding to what you got going on in the scene, because that thumbnail tell me that I did what I was supposed to do for you. I'm in my 50s, bro. I did what I was supposed to do for you there, Norman. Then you tell me you wasn't the assassin no more? Why am I calling you the assassin? When did you ever tell me to stop? Were you not like an assassin when you went in there and knocked out Santillion? Did anybody know he's not going by the assassin no more? He say he his daddy's son. I never heard him say that publicly. I didn't hear him correcting anybody else that he wasn't Assassin 2.0 no more. Where I got it from was you saying it online. That's why I don't get this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Win a title. They supposed to be focused on, celebration. The haters that hit me up, and y'all busy focused on the wrong shit. You need to focus on who he fighting next. How's he gonna get a world title? Focus on that, ATL. That's where we at with it. I'm happy for the young man. Like I said, age is here for a reason. Age brings wisdom. We know how to filter through the bullshit. It's on the wrong thing down here in the A when it comes to the sport. How many times these boxers done told me, oh man, boxers don't stick together down here. Boxers ain't sticking together. That's what I was on a mission. I'm up here doing my shit. But then I find out, okay, I understand what they talking about now, because something ain't right. Y'all don't have a camaraderie. But now all of a sudden, in recent, it seemed like it's more camaraderie down here in the A. Good for y'all. It seems like there's a more camaraderie. Fighters are smiling more. They seen in public more together. That's the way it's supposed to be. I like it. But this bullshit with Team Norman, nah, bro. That don't have shit to do with me. I did my shit. And you haters is hitting me. Y'all need to understand that I did my shit all over. But you can't get mad because I'm supporting the team across the way. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at that. And really, I don't care if you mad. I don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care, because like at the end of the day, I told you who done did for me. You know what I'm saying? Hot Rod gave me the freaking drops on 2 sparring sessions. 3. None of you other cats did that. He did it. So I don't know why y'all want to just run up on me and say, well, see, your boy Norman, he won a title, and you thought. I was like, where did you get this information from? And if you're a true boxing fan, right, you was probably one that was thinking he wasn't going to get this shot or win this title based off his top ranked performances. Let's get on Tim Bradley's head, because Tim Bradley was criticizing him. Did he shoot Tim Bradley a freaking email? Did he shoot Tim Bradley a DM? Did he say something to him and say, hey man, I don't like what you was commentating on me? No, they go for the average. They go for the one that they consider the easy target. Oh, I see you now. Did you tell Tim Bradley that you seen it? I'm happy for you. I don't wish no ill will. One thing about me, the only person I ever hated in my life, you'll never know who that person is. Because that's not something I do on a regular basis. I don't go around hating motherfuckers. I don't. I'll talk my shit, but this is getting out of control, bro. That's why people should watch their words. Like, if you have a platform like that, you shouldn't be focused on me, man. You got a business. You got things going for you. You got the belt. You got the buzz down here in the A. You know what I'm saying? They talking. That's helping build up other fighters. You got the combat league that's buzzing and popping. You got a lot of shit that's going on, bro. This stuff right here, calling out the media. How can you call me out, bro? How can you hating ass niggas behind the scenes is in these DMs be talking shit to me because he won a title? He won a freaking title, not me. I didn't have nothing to do with that. All you niggas that claim to be on his side, show the work. Y'all niggas not consistent. And I'm not gonna kiss your ass. Real talk. I'm not gonna kiss your ass, man. Shout out to Ben Israel pulling up. Let me drop this thumbnail down, man. It's sometimes you gotta remind people, like, what are you talking about, man? Like, what are you saying? I still think the fight of the year thus far, you know what I'm saying? This shit right here, I would say, just because of the 7-second knockout, the 7 seconds left in the fight, I think this is high potential for the fight of the year. Shout out to Raymond Ford. That shit was epic. I ain't gonna lie. That was epic. Look at this right here. You know what I'm saying? That was when I was covering one of his fights, man. It's been a long time since we were here. Yeah. I mean, come on, bro. Dude, I don't take this serious, man. Real talk. I don't take this serious. I just got to remind people that's coming at me like I have something to say. Like I'm the reason. Like you're proving something to me. Come on, bro. When I was covering Team Williams, I didn't hear them talking. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear people, oh man, hey, when I was all on them trips, going to fights, I didn't see y'all. Hey man, let me donate to the super chat. Let me donate to you that WCS. Let me donate to you. I hear you out there with Team Williams. I didn't hear shit. Hey man, you out there with Team Tucker. Let me donate. I didn't see shit. I'm up there smelling the freaking air in the suites. Y'all didn't do that. Y'all didn't provide that. Y'all didn't cook no Jamaican food. My salivatory glands I wasn't drooling on myself because of y'all, nigga. Y'all didn't cook me nothing. Shout out to Shaw News for the help, man. That dude helped me out more than any one of y'all. He's a hit in the game. He don't have to, prove nothing to nobody. Boxing is what it is. Everybody want to try to stunt. It's a grimy sport. But what I'm not gonna do is like sitting up here wishing ill will on a young bull like that, and he coming up in life. But when the young bull come for someone that's older than him, and you say something, I'm like, something ain't right. Like you don't have respect for those elders that you supposed to have respect for. You could have came to me a different, you could have, just like your pops did. Your pops gave freaking Mark Nash my number. You could have asked him for the number. Me and Nash talked when he was trying to, explain some shit. You could have got my number and hit me up. That's what grown folks do. Don't hit me on a freaking DM and sit up here and say some shit and be like, you heard a one-sided story? Who told you that? You got to come with something with some evidence and some receipts. Just hit me up like I'm a youngin' too. Hey, I see you. I appreciate you. You didn't appreciate nothing. You didn't never tell me thank you for nothing I did. But this ain't no lie there, Norman. Remember that. I showed you mad love all those times. Even I included the loss, not the loss, but the fight they didn't include over there in Mexico. I always used to give you one up on that. Man, come on, bro. I don't even need to keep on going, man. Man, come on now. Come on, trying to act like a nigga ain't been out here in these streets, man. What's up with these niggas, man? What's up with, man? Shout out to Jahad Tucker, man. Team Tucker, all day, every day. You already know what it is, man. Ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? Up on billboards in the city and all that, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to his team, bro. Thanks for showing me love, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jahai. Real talk. Real talk. Shout out to him, bro. I'm on positive vibes, bro. I'm on positive vibes. I'm retired. I don't know if y'all know that. This YouTube is not my financial giving. Shout out to him. Good people. Good people. Never on some funny shit. Never acting like it's day one every time you come around. And people get it confused when I say day one. I'm talking about like they don't know you. Who is that right there? I ain't seen. No. It's always been cool. And just for the record, right? Just for the record. I had a conversation the other day. And this is fact. And I was even telling Sean News. I said this on my live. They wasn't up here wishing nothing bad on Norman. They say, I want the brother to win. I want us to win. That's fact. That's been said a long time. I want us to win. They did what they supposed. I want us to win at the end of the day. So for them that's going around talking about, oh, somebody hating behind the scene, and this, I'm telling you, you got too many people out here instigating stuff. They said, I want us to win. Us being black. I want to see them go out here and succeed. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. No doubt. People can go and have exchanges, but behind the scene they say, hey man, I want them to win. People don't have that maturity though, bro. What to do, being ain't seen for a minute. Shout out to Christopher White in the building. Salute to you. I see you on deck, man. But I wasn't gonna take too long on this because when people start to message you, I mean, sometimes a retort is necessary. But the cold truth about this, it just doesn't make any sense because my channel never get 50,000 subscribers. Because you know what Scotty says to himself? When I look at all these other channels that's working their ass off, I always look at the 50 to 60 to 70 to 100,000. And I always say to myself, why can't they break 1,000 views every single live stream? If you have 50,000 subs, where are they when you going live? That's all I'm saying. And if you can get them 50,000 to give you just $1 to feed me today, just give me $1 every time that I go live. You would help out you would help out a home in need. Just give me $1. All 50,000 subscribers. So when my assessment of all the vitriol that goes back and forth with the hate in boxing, I'm not new to this sport being a grimy ass, slimy ass sport. I'm not new to that shit. I understand what it is. But it's just when people try to tear down what they didn't help you build. I have no problem with the people that showed me love and helped me out. Shaw News has helped me out, man, on some fights, bro. Why wouldn't I give him that? Hot Rod helped me out, man. Carlos done helped me out. Why wouldn't? Even Teen Williams, Senior, helped me out at some fights on occasion when we was on them roads. Why wouldn't I give credit where credit is warranted? It takes a different type of man. You give credit where credit is warranted. What's wrong with these people, bro? Why can't you give someone credit? Why niggas going around here acting like they don't want to say your channel in a good stance? Look, if my channel is sitting at 10,000 and something, right? And you say my name, believe me, my channel is not going to 11. And that 11,000, what's going to happen to me? What's going to happen? You get more subscribers. What is that doing with the super chats? What is that happening? Like you can get super chat. Kudos to you. I'm never in it to criticize people about the money they make. Kudos to you. I don't care about any of that shit, bro. I'm happy for you believing that this is going to be your foreseeable future. This is going to be your forever future. It's okay to make your cheese, real talk. But understand, you are temp-loaning someone else's platform. So when I hear you people continue to act like you don't want to shout out someone that's showing you love, you don't want to say their name because you think it's clout chasing. You think it's dick riding. No, the dickhead is the person that's believing it's dick riding. You don't even want to show nobody love. You don't even want to give the channels a shout out and say, hey, this is where I got the information from. I heard it from so-and-so. If I heard something off KQKC's channel, that's where I heard it from. And I said, okay, I heard it from there. As Christopher said something on a platform that we was on, I said, okay, I heard it from him. But niggas be sitting up here talking about, hey man, I ain't gonna say nothing, it's clout chasing. You got a lot of growing up to do. You ain't mature enough then. You just don't want to give nobody they just do. People up here looking at subscribers, and they'll see you in person, and that, you know, some of these cats are cool. They go off character. But a lot of you cats won't even say anything, and you will hear somebody tell, hey, so-and-so say you had a little channel. What's a little channel, nigga? What are you talking about? A little channel, nigga? Like, I'm not gathering what you mean. On my DD214, does it say little channel, big channel, medium channel? I mean, when I go up there and I have something going on medically, I go up there and I have zero copay. Is that a little channel? They say, since you have a little channel, your copay is going to be $185. That's because you got a little channel. If you had a big channel, your copay would be $0. But you got a little channel, we got to charge you at least 25%. I understand, Mr. White. I understand. We truly apologize, Mr. White, but you should have did some more with your life instead of just focusing on YouTube all the time, okay? I mean, I'm saying though, way off who I'm affiliated with. I never let somebody, if somebody that I fuck with told me, hey man, be careful about that person. Okay, it's different. But a lot of you niggas don't know the person that you're talking about. And the nigga that's listening to you talk about the person that you never been around in life. And they just take that single-sided story. Then you got two fools listening to one another. And you know what they say about fools. They can't tell the difference between one another up close or from afar. That's real talk. That's real talk. They don't know the difference. Two fools will talk foolish. And they'll think that is substance. Real talk. Ain't no denying that shit. Ain't no denying it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stay too long. Shout out to Team Tuck at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Future world champion in the building. You know, and depending on whatever else you got going on, whatever as far as, you know, branding, interviews, and everything else your team got planned for you, man. Wish you nothing but success. Real talk. Wish you nothing but success, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlos Jackson, man. Salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Keep on being a real one. You know, best wishes in your next fight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the ones on here too, man. Shout out to Trick Noty, the Oracle, man. You know, be dropping all that info behind the scenes with the fighters and stuff like that. Hey, man, y'all should really show that man, you know, a lot more love, because he be talking to them older fighters and getting them on them shows. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I'm just saying. He be doing the behind the scenes stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trick for making that shit pop. With the old heads, the vets, the legends, to be bringing them on here. You know what I'm saying? Just like they be over there with Bruce Gas. You know what I'm saying? Having all them legends on the show, man, talking about the old school boxing. Tune in, man. Turn up and tune in. You know what I'm saying? And Shaw News, man, keep on doing what you're doing and grow, brother. You know, one thing you cannot focus on is trying to digest all the hate. You know, look, they say if they hating on you, that means you important in a different way. So they still putting forth energy. They still putting forth attention, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's hate, it'll get better. Real talk. That shit'll get better. Team Norman, salute to y'all, man. Congratulations. We look forward to the next down here in ATL, because he ain't the only champion that's ever been down here in this city. But salute to him. Have a celebration. Chabot. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy that. And you know, them highlights, they warranted. They don't went viral. Beautiful boxing highlights, fighting on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Fighting in a freaking infighting close quarters combat. Beautiful, man. Seeing the slow-mos and shit in there. Shout out to y'all, man. But everything else will work itself out. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. Until next time, man, you already know what. Definitely will be here. Y'all, I'm out. Peace.